when we think about what we do in terms of getting mineral water, we have a spring in the ground that's producing beautiful water, and then we basically build a factory around that takes that water, bottles it and ships it around the world. So I'm not an environmental expert by any means, but one quite clearly understands there's a massive carbon footprint associated with just bottling the water in the first place, then transporting those bottles to wherever they're going to be utilised, and then dispersing them in that way, so taking them to supermarkets and whatever else. There's a huge carbon footprint associated with that. There's also a carbon footprint associated with producing the bottles that the water's then going to be transported in. So you've got getting the water from A to B, actually putting the water into bottles, all big carbon footprint and so forth, all using lots and lots of raw materials. But then finally, the question you have to ask yourself is, what happens to all that plastic that the water gets put into? So I think for me, what we know is that something like about 90% of the plastic that water gets put into ends up in landfill sites. Now, so if plastic were properly recycled, it would have a much less detrimental impact on the environment. But at the moment, it has quite a large impact. And I'm sure that there's going to be pressures for that to change. But even if you got rid of, you could recycle everything. Say all the plastic or the glass all got recycled absolutely perfectly. And that would be fantastic, and it would be a great step forward. And I would encourage the industry to look at making sure that they do that. I think that the other question you have to ask yourself is, do you really want to be transporting water from New Zealand to England, or Welsh water, as I saw when I was in the States, to Florida? I mean, what is all that about? That is just absolute madness.